Good morning, students. Today we are going to be discussing regarding India and more specifically regarding the climate of India. We have already discussed regarding the factors affecting the climate of India, and today we are going to be discussing a subpart or a very important aspect of the climate, that is seasons. So the topic which I am going to be covering and explaining in detail in this video is regarding the seasons in India. So there are 4 seasons in India. So India's climate is characterized by 4 distinct seasons. What do I mean by the word distinct? That is something that we can clearly understand or clearly see and feel. So first we have the hot weather season, which lasts from March to May. Second, we have the southwest monsoon season, which lasts from June to September. Third, we have the retreating monsoon season, which lasts from October to November. And fourth, we have the cold weather season, which lasts from December to February. So in your syllabus, we will be talking in detail regarding the second and the third seasons, that is the southwest monsoon season and the retreating monsoon season. I will be covering these 2 seasons in depth. So if you look at this, then you will be able to identify this is a map of southwest monsoon which is approaching the Indian subcontinent during the in the month of June. And over here you can see the lines in red indicate the normal monsoon dates, but the actual monsoon dates are not the same. So the lines in green indicate the days of the actual monsoon season. So monsoon as a phenomena is highly erratic in nature. So this is something that I have already discussed with you all in the previous term, that is in your Asia chapter as well. So but in case of India, monsoon is something very specific and something very exclusive to Asia, parts of Asia and to the Indian subcontinent. You will not find monsoon in any part of the world other than some major parts of Asia and India, right? So we are going to be discussing regarding southwest monsoon. So over here I am going to be talking about the key features. What do I understand? Or what do I mean by the key features? By key features I mean the key characteristics. Okay. So why or how do we have monsoons? So during summer, there is an intense heat which is developed over the northern plains due to the shift of the overhead sun towards the Tropic of Cancer. So the sun is not shifting, it is the movement of the earth, because of which we are having this kind of a phenomena. The temperature rises and causes low pressure over the landmass of India and high pressure over Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. This results in the formation of onshore southwest monsoon. So because of the intense heat or intense low pressure which is developed over the Indian subcontinent, it attracts the wind coming in from the high pressure areas, that is the surrounding water bodies, it attracts, and as a result of which we have the southwest monsoon seasons. Another reason for the occurrence of southwest monsoons is the southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere are attracted towards the intense low pressure with the shift of the ICSE in India. So with the shifting of the ICSE, we have the occurrence of monsoons or the southwest monsoon winds. So southeast trade winds coming in from the southern hemisphere, they get deflected, and in India they come as southwest monsoon winds and they pick up moisture from the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So the next point that I'm going to be talking about is these trade winds, they cross the equator and they get deflected as southwest winds. So this deflection is because of the Coriolis force or the Coriolis effect. So I will just remind again what is the Coriolis force or the Coriolis effect. That is, the winds get deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. right? So another important point is that the southwest monsoon winds is sudden in the first week of June and is accompanied with thunder, lightning, heavy rainfall, and it is termed as burst of monsoon. So because it is very sudden and abrupt in nature, we call it as burst of monsoon. And in between this dry spell or the dry period in the rainy season, when we do not have rainfall, okay, then we call it as break of monsoon. Okay, so these are more or less the key features or the key characteristics. Now, the southwest monsoons approaching India is bifurcated. By the word bifurcated, I mean divided into two branches due to the tapering topography of peninsular India. Why it is tapering topography? Because it is like an inverted triangle. So, therefore, the lower or the southernmost portion of India is narrowed down. Okay, and as a result of which it gets divided or bifurcated into two branches. They are namely the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. So over here, if you can see that the Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon winds, what are the dates on which particular dates it strikes the various parts of western India and parts of southern India, right? So if you look at this map, you will be able to easily identify. You can also use this as a diagram when you are writing your answers. Okay, so this is about the Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon wind. So Arabian Sea branch is the current of southwest monsoon that originates in the Arabian Sea and hence its name. This branch moves up gradually towards the west coast. So the first current strikes against the western Ghats. So if you see that the first current will strike more or less around 1st June, it can be delayed also, but this is a tentative date, and it strikes it strikes the western Ghats. Second current enters the Narmada Tapi Trough. Okay, you can go back to the map and use it as a reference. And the third current strikes the Saurashtra Peninsula and the Kutch, and it also goes parallel to the direction of the Aravalli Hills. And because the southwest monsoon wind it does not hit, or it goes parallel to the direction of the Aravalli Hills, as a result of which you have the formation of Thar Desert or Rajasthan. Right, had the Aravalli Hills been placed or in such a position that it would act as a barrier, then the southwest monsoon winds would have been forced to shed their moisture over the Aravalli Hills and its subparts. But because it lies parallel to the direction of the to the southwest monsoon winds, as a result of which you do not have rainfall in these areas. That was about Arabian Sea branch. Now, just in brief, we also have the Bay of Bengal branch. So, the first current, it enters the Garo, Khasi, Jaintia hills of Meghalaya plateau after crossing the Ganga delta. And the second current enters South Bengal from Bay of Bengal. So, in case of Arabian Sea branch, you will find it is going in 3 different paths, whereas Bay of Bengal, first current will strike the Garo Khasi Jaintia hills of Meghalaya plateau, that is the northeastern part of India. And over here, there's a very, very important point where you also have Cherrapunji and Mawsynram. That is the region in the world where the highest rainfall is recorded. So, why? Because it is funnel shaped and the wind is coming in from 3 different directions. The second current enters South Bengal from Bay of Bengal. Okay, so as a result of which it enters Bengal and we get rainfall from under the influence of the Bay of Bengal current. Now we will come to retreating monsoon. We discussed about monsoon. Okay, now monsoon, just to remind you again, it comes from the Arabic word monsoon, meaning season. Okay. So, there are certain key features or characteristics of the retreating monsoon season. So, now also currently we are going to experience a retreating monsoon season. It is a transitional season between the advancing monsoon season and the cold weather season. Okay, it is a series of transition. That means it is a change from the rainy season to something very different. By mid-September, temperature decreases considerably, and so does the intensity of low pressure over northwest India. The high temperature coupled with high humidity results in an oppressive and sultry weather condition known as October heat. So October month is extremely hot in certain parts of the country because there is high humidity and it is extremely sultry. Sultry means the weather is very, very sticky. The shift of low pressure is marked by tropical cyclone. So what is tropical cyclone? We will be discussing in detail in class 9. But tropical cyclone is basically, we had Amphan also. So that was a result of tropical cyclone because of the heating of the of a huge landmass, of a huge water body. You have tropical cyclones which occur in large water bodies as in seas or oceans. And because of the tropical cyclone which occurs in seas or oceans or bay or like in either in Arabian Sea or in Bay of Bengal or in Indian Ocean, it will affect the Indian subcontinent. It brings heavy rains to the eastern coast of India. And one very, very important feature of the Coromandel coast of Tamil Nadu is that it gets most of the rainfall during the retreating monsoon season. So that is one point which is extremely important. It gets rainfall during the retreating monsoon season. So Coromandel coast is one of those very rare places which gets rainfall during the winter season or during the retreating monsoon season. Okay. With this, you can easily understand that this is a map which shows a retreating monsoon. You can see the direction of the wind, which area is high pressure, which area is low pressure. And another most significant point is that wind will always blow from high pressure to that of low pressure. Wind is never going to blow from low pressure to high pressure. Wind is always going to blow from high pressure to low pressure. Next, over here also in this map you can easily identify, so this is the area where it receives the northeast trade winds are going to give rainfall to the southernmost part of the Indian subcontinent, that is the Coromandel coast, which is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so with this I come to the end of this video, and you can easily identify and you can easily understand what is the monsoon season in depth. Okay, so I will be explaining the remaining portions in my next video. Thank you all very much.